Hi everyone. I'm sorry. I forgot to upload last week, so um I'm doing it this week. And unfortunately, I just did record a message, and for some weird reason my iPad is acting hinky and it won't let it go through. It won't upload. So hopefully we can get this one uploaded. Um, so my walk with God is definitely a unique walk. Um, because I said so much stuff in the other one that won't upload, and so I'm gonna make this short and sweet, and hopefully I can get the other one to upload. Um, my walk with God has what I'm gonna say was a turbulent one. It was a turbulent one for a minute because after I was raped, because I was raped like the week after my mother died, and then I went into the military thinking I was safe, and was sexually assaulted on active duty, and just didn't wanna. I just didn't want to deal with it. I really just didn't want to deal with it. So I just, pushed it away. But at the same time being very angry with God that He would allow this to happen because I never done nothing to deserve that. And then it takes me back to the book of Job. You know, when I think about my situation, I go back to Job. And if you're not familiar with the story of Job in the Bible, is that the story goes Job was definitely, you know, he had a strong walk with God. And so one day, Satan come along and he told God that he can get Job to cross over to his side. And so God said, okay, you know what? You can do whatever you want to him, but you cannot touch his soul because that belongs to me. So Satan comes in, he takes his he takes his home, he takes his job, he takes, his family, and even his wife was cursing God, and getting on him. How could you hold on to a God that's allowing this to happen to you? He even was plagued with boils and leprosy and all kinds of stuff. And and even his wife was cussing God and cussing Job for allowing to still stick with God. That would allow this to happen to him. Well, at the end of the day, when all was said and done, because he hung on so faithfully to God throughout all of that, he was blessed. He had huge blessings. You know, family, home, job, his illnesses was cured, everything. And so when I think about my situation, whenever I ask why, God, why, I think about Job. You know, um, I did have a mental breakdown, you know, which not too many people know about that. about me. I had a mental breakdown back in 2010, and I wound up at the department, the Veterans Affairs Psych Ward. Um, that was started me on the road to sobriety. Wasn't quite there yet, but and I knew God was going to make me deal with the issue. I knew He was. He said, "Okay, you may not deal with it now, but you know you're going to deal with it sometime down the road." And that was it. When I was doing cocaine that night with my neighbor, and I don't know what happened, but I just could not stop crying. For the life of me, I could not stop. My cousin who worked night shift, she talked to me. So finally, I laid down the next morning. I went into the VA psych ward, and that started my path to sobriety. And a lot of people don't know this about me either, is that, yeah, I tried to commit suicide on a number of occasions, you know, but, God had bigger plans for me, so um, it didn't go through. So, and I thank God it didn't go through. So, the because I come from a Catholic background. You know, I was baptized as a Roman Catholic. But when I got into like my 20s, my 30s, I started to back away from Catholicism because I just didn't agree with everything. So one day a friend of mine took me to the Baptist church, and let me tell you, never been to a Catholic church. That is a workout. It's a 1 hour workout. I'm like, no wonder I was fit because sit, stand, sit, stand, sit, stand, kneel, sit, stand, kneel, sit, stand. It was a workout for an hour. So when a friend of mine took me to a Baptist church, I didn't know what to expect. She never told me what to expect, and I was like in awe. I was like, wow. You know. Now the thing with the Baptist church now is because you're in church from 7:30 to 3, 4 o'clock. Okay, and if there's a local church that's having any kind of celebration or at pastoral anniversaries and stuff like that, and then our church goes, then you might not see your bed till about 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night. So that it's like you got the workout on one hand and you got the all day thing on the other. But I stuck with the all day thing, and I still stick with it. I crossed over to Christianity. You know, I can't, I don't feel bad about not being Catholic anymore. Like I said, I just didn't agree with so many things that they did. And, but I like the Baptist. I like the Baptist church. You know, I mean, I haven't been to church in a minute, but like the Bible says, if there's two of y'all talking about His word, He's right there in the midst. You know, so that is a church. You know, I do a lot of Bible study. I read my Bible. I do a lot of Bible study. That's just one thing in my blood. And that's just part of my DNA. You know, when my mom moved us from Queens, New York to Long Island, New York, you know, I went from public school to Catholic school. So seventh grade, when my mom enrolled me in the Catholic school, and I saw the uniform, I said, "You ain't who's wearing that?" She said, "You are." I said, "No, I'm not. In your nightmares, I am maybe." And she said, "Yeah, you are." and it was that green pleated plaid skirt with the white shirt with the bow tie. I'm like, oh, hell no, you know? So, but I had to wear it for 2 years. I'm like, oh, trust me, when I graduated 8th grade, that was burnt and buried, no longer to be seen again ever. So I went to high school. I went to a Catholic high school. I said, I am not doing a pleated skirt again. And lucky for me, I didn't have to because their uniform was a long, solid blue skirt. It could, so long as it wasn't denim, so long as it was blue, and it comes a little bit past your knees, you good. You know, I said, oh, I can do that. I love blue. Blue's my favorite color. I can do that. No problem. You know, because it doesn't look like a uniform. You know, and so, you know, my walk with God was a little bit turbulent there, you know, and over the last couple of years, I would say, you know, I've been getting my footing back. You know, became a minister. You know, I do my Bible study. You know, I read my Bible, and I know how I was taught through pastors, and and the only thing I can do is like share. You know what it's done for me. You know, I can't speak on nobody else. I can just speak on me. And this is going to tie into the Chuck Pinson party. This is also a little bit, not much, a little bit. And then here I will talk some more about my mental health issues and me and God, you know. So at this point, I'm gonna cut this short because I don't know if my iPad's gonna act hinky or not with uploading this too. So if this goes through, you know, I will be uploading again next week. Um, so until then, everybody, take care, stay blessed, be safe out there, y'all. Love you and have a good day.